Aussies are receiving more scam messages than ever. I should know. I'm the one sending them. Now Westpac promises to combat fraud like this.
When it comes to security, you can never have too much. Westpac. Layers and layers of scam and fraud defence.
Nothing says up-to-date technology like a reference to 1999 film The Matrix. Which is so old its fans are now taking a very different blue pill. Layers of protection, but 3 days after the campaign launched, news broke that thousands of bank logins, including Westpac customers, had ended up on the dark web, along with this picture of a data body hack.
Oh my God!
Todd, firstly, thank you for supplying the photo.
No, you're welcome. It's the least I could do.
Todd, is Westpac layering it on too thick?
Well, sorry, I'm just trying to get that image out of my head. So scam funds or lost funds from scamming is in the multi-billions now. And when the money vanishes, we don't sort of blame the Nigerian prince who left us $10 million and sent us a specific email. We blame the banks. And so this ad is really simple. It's visualizing the defense because they believe that if you can see it, you're more likely to believe it. And most people don't know what AI fraud detection looks like, but they do know what a Doberman looks like. They do know what lasers are, or full body armor, or stereotypical Asians with earpieces pretending they're security. They do know that, and Westpac is leveraging that. And layers upon layers is their metaphor. It's their security blanket. It's their way of saying to the customer, you don't need to know what we have. You just need to know we have a lot of it. And it's also a message to the regulators because one of their biggest customers are the regulators. They're constantly under scrutiny. And they're saying to the regulators, look at all the layers upon layers and millions of things we're doing to protect our customers. It may not protect them from a scam, but it could protect them from an inquiry.
Well, look, they've done a big job. They spent lots of money, as Westpac can do, because they've got lots. But in the end, it's a generic piece of advertising. It's just saying we're a bank and we're taking as much concern as you would expect in order to deal with security. What I can't understand is why they haven't branded their form of security. That, to me, is such an obvious opportunity. Now, ANZ's done it with the Falcon, so it's not a unique thing to do, to actually brand your security, but I can't understand why they haven't done that. It's a missed, I think, genuinely, it's a missed branding opportunity. So, well, maybe they could start again.
I would also argue that the consumer problem at the moment is not with the security. And in fact, if you have a look at social media, the things that are really coming up from banks or from people about banks there is, number one, how banks respond once there has been something that's been taken. And if you look at the UK, I mean, banks are actually responsible for refunding lost money. And the things that we see most are people who are upset that their bank hasn't responded in a way that they see fit. Yeah. And then the second part of it is that most people now, or not most people, some people are getting really frustrated that they can't access their money. And in fact, the security is acting as a prohibitor for them doing business or trying to transfer funds that are legitimate. And all of a sudden, banking across the board is completely awful for everyone.
I've seen lots and lots of scam advertising. This is a new normal. I drove past Sydney Airport the other day and there was it was a NAB and then a CommBank back-to-back on a digital out-of-home, basically the same ad. So everyone's talking about this. What I thought was interesting was that they became a team. So we've got a powerful protagonist. She's strong in her own right. She's running. That low camera angle kind of makes her feel like she's a superhero. She's got those big dogs and then she's got the additional protection saying that the bank is with you. And I thought that was an interesting way to frame it.
Yeah, and then the data leak came along and one of those dogs got sent to the farm. They blamed the dog. They said, the dog leaked it, mate. Put it on the bark web.